As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Some politicians lacking brains set invoices dripping sweet. We don't really need these trains. Railroads all are obsolete. They're union strong, it makes demands. They guard their yards with railroad dicks who kick our cops clean off their lands and do not like our politics. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. So the politicians passed some laws to screw more money off the trains and deeper dip their pudgy paws in more control of railroad gains. The railroad said, get off our land. They went on strike to show their peak. The grain trains stopped their rolling and the city starved within a week. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Hunger riots burned and rose and battered down the State House door, and all those fat politicos were killed and eaten by the poor. And with the city out of joint and no more politician men, the railroad said they'd prove their point and sent the grain trains down again. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains.
Good morning, Minecraft. How are you doing? Wandering Beekeeper here. How y'all getting along? It's a little cold and rainy here today. Kind of a comfy, cozy day inside here. Yeah, we got a bit of a different splash screen today. Okay, this is my 100th stream on Twitch officially. Here. That's just blowing my mind. I mean, I'm sitting here going, wait a minute, I've been streaming that long. I've reached 100 streams. Timefall is a Minecraft story world that I tried doing, well, some time ago. So, the puns are going to be unavoidable. As obvious, it's a Doctor Who influenced storyline. If I did it nowadays, I'd use FTB quests and build out quest tracks and tech trees and advancement paths and all that sort of thing. The story is based around the mods, and let's go on and dig into Timefall here, to the game world. And you're going to hear a couple of clicks and pops, and I got to get through a couple things. I had to quit out of the game world a few minutes ago to let my laptop heat drop off a bit. Let's see, now what I'm doing, I wish I could put Yeetus Experimentus into this. All right, let's see. Let there be game. And there was game. We're at spawn at the moment. I'm going to do something very quickly. Let's do an open to LAN and start LAN world so that I've got cheats available because I'm going to shortcut a few things to show this place off. Oh, hello, there's my TARDIS. We'll get to that in a moment. So, this world is based around the new TARDIS mod, but also around a couple of others. As you can see, I am wearing a set of power armor. I've got Mekanism in this mod because Mekanism's over-the-top technology actually fits well with Time Lord technology. And when you're going up against the Daleks as the game boss, having a Mekanism power suit is conducive to survival. The Daleks are not to be underestimated. The Mekanism power suit is usually considered massively OP. You'll want it fully charged before you take on a Dalek ship. Trust me on this. You start out, though, with the backstory. This is a Minecraft world. And there's a story to this server. There are worlds other than ours, this we know. Great and terrible powers waged war there, and debris from their world has fallen to ours. Some has fallen recently, some apparently long ago, and yet we do not remember it, as if these things fell into our past as they've fallen onto our world. There was a time war. We were an agrarian culture, living in small, isolated villages, practicing survival farming with iron tools. While technological advancement was within our grasp, suddenly we have the tools of a more advanced civilization fallen to us if we can only determine how to use them, and how to do so without suffering the same fate as their creators. What our world will become is up to you. Repair, build, improve. Choose wisely. That's where the story begins. New players spawning in would not see that TARDIS there. It's parked there only because I used it to travel to spawn. All a new player sees is a chest with some basic tools in it. Don't be greedy. Don't take more than a couple of sets. We know they'll wear out, but really. Well, the admins don't want to have to come around replenishing this regularly. It's not meant to be a free larder. So, nice little mushroom chest there with the starting tools. And from there, you set out and you'd start discovering that there's rather a lot going on with this world, because there have been meteorites fall to the world coming from space. That's applied energistics too. Though some of you may recognize that mod just from the fact that there's meteors involved. That's probably a meteor underwater there and there. Look for the circular areas. There's other stuff that's gone on as well in World Gen. Somewhere out there, there are damaged, shall we say, wounded TARDISes, Tardi, waiting to be found. And if you find a wounded TARDIS deep in a cave somewhere, it's usually deep in a cave somewhere, you need a guidebook like FTB Quests that tells you how to approach it, how to gain its trust so that it'll let you in. Once aboard, then you have to start figuring out how to repair and then how to fly it. It's a thing entirely another why don't we have a quick look here? Now, you've seen Mekanism before. If you haven't, yeah, it looks like a Lego Iron Man suit kind of thing. It's pretty much what it is. It does all sorts of things. Very high-end technology and takes some really incredible stuff to build it. Let's go on aboard and start seeing some of this. Oh yes, it's bigger inside than outside, and the new TARDIS mod actually manages to replicate that effect. You can see in and out through the door. Always close the TARDIS door. You do not want to be sucked out into the time vortex when you take off. Yeah. Hydraulic ram. Yeah. They wandered in. I had left the door open while I was at a plains or someplace, and next thing I know, I've got sheep in my pool, in my ponds, sheep mucking about in my koi pond. There we go. There's my control console. That's how we fly this thing. It's a bit of a thing. There's let's see. It should be. If I flip over to the TARDIS manual, it'll tell me what I'm looking at. That's the communicator. That's the throttle. That's what we set off to take off. Stabilizers. Don't try to fly a TARDIS without functional stabilizers. You'll be running like a mad thing around the console, making adjustments, and you'll end up with damage to the TARDIS. Your ship will be mad at you. Oh yes, the TARDIS has a mood. And it will get grumpy if you don't fly it, and if you fly it wrong. So you notice the light just dimmed ever so slightly? We've got to get moving here. There is, over here, the exterior facing, the refueler, always leaving it on. No point in turning it off. Sonic. Standard Minecraft down to ground noise. Sonic screwdriver. Handy little thing. XYZ increment. That's for navigation. The door switch. And open and close the door from here. Over here, the handbrake. Always take the handbrake off. We're going to do this the easy way. And I'm going to go to the mansion, and I've got a woodland mansion. Next. Let's go to the mansion rooftop. And let's see, ship is well charged up with Artron. Remember, the TARDIS runs on Artron energy. The refueler extracts Artron from the interface between reality and the time vortex, I think. Not totally sure. That's our location. We're currently targeted for that. Journey is 0%. What we're going to do is waypoint screen and select. So our target is now set way the hell out. I'm going to check a couple of things. Let's have a look at our subsystems. Our stabilizer is at 26%. I think I should replace the stabilizer before I take a trip that goes that far. So down the holographic ladder and into the engine room. Engine room has been slightly redecorated by yours truly. I added the waypoint banks. TARDISes don't come with waypoint banks. You have to make them yourself. Those are active. They've got waypoints stored. Those don't have anything stored yet. Yes, I chucked a creative energy. Oh, for heaven's sake. Are we quite done? Yes, I chucked a creative energy cube in here from Mekanism. It's going into a roundel tap and feeding energy into the TARDIS's Forge energy network. This is Gallifreyan technology. We'll just assume this is something Gallifreyan. Yeah, whatever. This is a T-Type 40. T-Type 40 Mark III. Built at Casterbarus Black Hole Shipyards, and its designation is Triangulum Recon Iota. So that's basically the name of this TARDIS, is Triangulum Recon Iota. If I go to my diagnostic tool and point to it, it'll tell me what the name of the ship it's tracking. We hold left control, it'll tell me a few things. So you can use it to find your ship, your TARDIS, if you've misplaced it. Useful for checking a number of things. This is the engine here. Have a look in and see. There's the that's the chameleon circuit. There's the stabilizer. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. Requires repair, true, yes. I need to replace... Oh, do stop that. Where did I put the chest with the replacement stabilizers? Thought I had a chest down here with replacement parts. Bloody hell. Oh, these are a couple of other bits needed for the TARDIS. The Stattenheim remote allows me to call the TARDIS to me. And the ARS tablet is for constructing the interior. What I'm going to do is just take the stabilizer out and go fix it before I go anywhere. So up we go and across here to the other side where we have rather a lot going on. Now the furnishings are all part of the default interior. The Bokasu model TARDIS comes with the jade interior that has this sort of Japanese thing going on. The ladders are my addition, and they go up to some rather complicated equipment that makes all this work. Yes, that's an AE2 system. Here's our crafting terminal, our pattern terminal, and our molecular assembler terminal where the patterns get put in and allocated. Haven't done any yet. Been actually playing, just getting things set up. This is my admin's TARDIS. Equipment stuff that I've gathered so far. Let me see if there's a spare stabilizer in here. No, there isn't. All right, what all am I going to need to do? This is the quantiscope. This is how you make and how you produce. I need to repair. Come on. Put this in. What does it take here? Show me the recipe to repair. This is a brass quantiscope. I need to repair a stabilizer. What do I need to repair a stabilizer? That's to make a... Alright. Busted stabilizer goes here. I need a compass, and I need an exotronic circuit. Okay, and the busted stabilizer goes over here. I need a compass. Oh. I'm looking in the wrong place. There's a cabinet right up here. Nope. Not there. I got... That's a card. I need a compass and an exotronic circuit. Oh, bugger it. There. Circuits. Boop. There we go. All right. Not going to bother making one. It's a bit of a pill. Exotronic circuit goes here. Compass goes here. And the process begins automatically. As the two lasers go to work. And now we have a fully functional stabilizer. There we go. Excellent. Do something about... I really need to turn off the ambient noises like that. It's really annoying. Alright, stabilizer. There we go. And I have to install the stabilizer by doing a very familiar little matching game. There's a matching mini game that has to be done every time you install. The cloister bell tells me that I succeeded in installing a new stabilizer. Not even going to worry about the chameleon circuit. Not terribly concerned about most of this. Navcom's brand new. The dematerialization circuit's good. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's go on and fly the TARDIS to the mansion, and then we'll look at the rest of the interior, because there's rather a lot. So, we take the handbrake off, and we hit the throttle. And we are in flight. TARDIS is in flight. We are on our way. We're moving at a reasonable clip here. I jacked the throttle up 3 notches. Greater speed means shorter flight time, but also means a little more wear and tear on the engine components. Alright, let's look at the rest of the ship. Now, this is all stock TARDIS interior. As far as the hallways and rooms go, I've done a lot of modifications along the way. Things like putting in the AE2 system. You can't... Well, if we walk around, you're not going to see anything here, because I went to the trouble of using cable facade and hiding everything. There is, however, a whole system in there. We go look at it. Go up the ladder here and discover that, yes, there is Fluix cable coming in. ME interface going to a cable here that's pretty much done in as far as its connections go. That cable goes off back this way. This is standard TARDIS interior, and you use the ARS tablet to create the hallways. You don't have to bring materials to the TARDIS. Once you have made the ARS tablet, it controls the interior of the ship. It's currently set to cloister room, which allows me to create a cloister room. There's the TARDIS sound. Yes. Oh, hello. Yeah. If we're a bit far away from the console, you only hear it based on proximity. We're at 44% of the journey here, and I was going to go wander around and have a look at the rest of the ship a bit. because there is a good deal of ship here. I've been, you know, there's the agricultural area and the technological area and the nuclear area, and so yeah, there's quite a bit. The TARDIS is essentially a mobile base. You can take your base with you. It's an amazing thing, let me tell you. Let's go have a look at a bit of machinery here while we're traveling, and then I'll try and get back to the console room before we land. This is all made. If you see that bright blue hexagon in the roundel ahead, the ARS tablet will interact with that roundel to create another room, another hallway, whatever I want. It's created straight out of Artron energy that's tapped from the engine. These are workshop rooms. This one has got one little bit of Mekanism stuff in it. The ultimate smelting factory does all sorts of things. This one has got the standard Mekanism base stuff, except that it's all outputting into the AE2 system, which is right here. We keep the AE2 system handy. I'll walk back. I should walk back. We're going to be landing soon. Go. I have to go the other way. Let's go see what the percentage is. 80%. Yeah, let's hang about here for right now. We'll hang about here with the hydraulic rams. I rather like this interior. It's spacious. It's got this whole office structure in it to begin with. I added I think the chair, and of course I added the alembic. The alembic is one of the tools you have to repair the TARDIS. You have to be able to extract mercury and use. Yeah, there's some components that are made using mercury. Not safe, really. But, you know, Time Lords. Safe and Time Lords don't normally go together in the same sentence. We're making an automated landing here. I don't have to do anything except put the handbrake on after we're put the handbrake on. There we go. And open the door. And lo and behold, we are on the roof of a woodland mansion. I've taken care of it. It's mine at this point. Gotta love that dimensional transcendency there. Yeah, hear that thump? I let iron golems loose in the place. Let's have a look further at the interior of the TARDIS. I'm taking my 100th stream to go through an older server pack that I had set up. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I'd kind of like to reboot it and add FTB quests and so forth and do some of the server side build work. I got the player side working pretty well. This is a standard TARDIS technological laboratory. It's built from Artron energy. That is AE2. There's the disk drives. This is a TARDIS. It should be able to carry an entire world within it. There's the E2 assembler array over here, the workbench that takes care of the suit that I'm wearing, keeping it charged. Could use a little charge while we're here. That is a mirroring of the TARDIS engine. Anything done to that engine is done to the engine under the console. Can be handy being able to do maintenance on the engine from here. It simply exists in two places. Those are Artron capacitors, and that's what they're the equivalent of your energy cubes. You have to make quite a lot of them. You start with one damaged one that'll barely hold a trickle and work your way up. Danger signs here because, yeah, this was not the best decision on my part. I put a very small nuclear reactor aboard my ship. You'll notice it's not running. It was a bad idea. Really, really just not a good idea at all. Let's pop back up here and go whoosh off down this way and see that we have a bit of stuff here. Here's some of the AE2 equipment set up for the manufacture and so forth. I built the AE2 stuff aboard the TARDIS. Over here, the system for Mekanism that makes the plastics necessary for some of the higher tech. We've already looked in there. Down that way are the gardens. Because, you know, I'm not going anywhere without the ability to grow plants. And make a collection of the flowers that I've encountered. And the trees. There's an arboretum up in this one. These are standard TARDIS farm rooms. They are available through the ARS tablet. I've gone through and added all the plants. They start out with pretty much nothing. You have to add your own dirt and water even. All you get is the room. Then customize it to this is an up grav shaft. There aren't elevators per se. Instead, there's a grav shaft. Whoops. Keep missing the there we go. Kept missing my landing. Shame on me. When they said bigger on the inside, they really, really meant it. Oh, I'm going to show you something in the near future. That is a corridor kill. That allows me to dismiss this entire room from the ARS tablet. I can just discard the room. Rather not. I've spent rather a lot of effort dressing up this room, putting in some of the different woods and the bookshelves and so forth. And then up beyond it is another of these rooms. We recognize this. I built a reactor in one, and back here is where I sleep in a Faraday cage just to be safe. I mean, let's not, you know, there's no such thing as taking too many precautions here. The lighting is my own here on the stairs. I thought it was a bit dim when I first came in. The roundels are nice, but not as bright as I'd like them to be. This is an Artron orchard, and is where things. Well, there's the ARS eggs are a necessary are a thing you must produce in order to get your TARDIS into repair. If we go the other direction and we go down the grav shaft here, much easier than going up. Discover this is actually not anything down here. Oh well. Bloody hell. Now I have to make this bloody... There we go. Huh. Bit of a trick to using those things. Let's see, I think we go this way. Let's have a look at the maintenance access here, because there's a maintenance access here. Now, it's only accessible by using the flight capability of the suit that I'm wearing, but it is possible to exit the TARDIS and see it from the outside. We are currently in a void somewhat like the end. It is infinite. The only thing here is what I have built. And I have spent rather a lot of time flitting about the exterior of the TARDIS, laying in all the AE2 cable that makes all this stuff work. That's the console room there that we've been seeing. There's the library and my sleeping chamber and so on and so forth. And yes, it's an infinite way down, rather like being at the end. Let's see, up, down, there we go, and back inside. So basically, until the end of the localized universe, or until your computer catches on fire, more like until the batteries run dry. These are the TARDIS's batteries, the Artron capacitors, and that is why I said something earlier about leaving the refueler on. We want to leave the refueler on at all times. If you don't fly your TARDIS for a while, the light in here starts to get dim, and then it turns blue, and your TARDIS and your navigation gets erratic. You have to keep your TARDIS happy through regular flights, or it starts wandering off and just not being very cooperative. Let's go over to default landing, select, and have a look there. Now, I want to make sure that the door is closed. Okay, always check the door. Take the handbrake off, and we're going to go fast. Travel uses up Artron. Making a new room uses up Artron. We will recharge Artron by sitting still. If we sit still too long, the TARDIS gets grumpy and we must go spend Artron to make it happy. Even with the throttle cranked way up, we're still going to take a little bit of time here. Can I get a little more speed out of the old girl? One more. There we go. Let's have a look at our subsystems. Ooh, that took it's taken a big chunk out of our dematerialization circuit. Stabilizers also had a bit of a chunk taken out of it. That's why I repaired it before that first flight. You really do have to watch your Artron and your your engine component integrity fairly carefully. Lose your stabilizers, and you're going to be running madly about this console, trying to make remember what the adjustment is for the alarm that's going off. Yes, yes, yes. I know I'm pointing at the console. The diagnostic remote blips when I pointed at the console to let me know, oh, the console's this way. Could be helpful if you get lost in this thing. You always pull that out and go, okay, the console's that way. It is possible to continue building this thing, well, you know, infinitely. Yeah. As long as you've got Artron, you can continue, adding on. You can get absolutely ludicrous. Let's see. Almost there, almost there. I think I have a couple more Tardii at the default landing point. Heading there to have a look and see. We are going to get to trains at some point. Never really a smooth landing. Oh, welcome to rain. Hello. And a bee out in the rain. Ah, not another TARDIS here at the moment. Alright, tell you what. Let's just take a quick switch here, because I know I've got several others. In another, let's see, we go over to TF2 local. I was doing a revision of the story world. The point of the story world being that, you know, debris from the Time War fell across the Minecraft world. There's stuff from AE2 and stuff from Mekanism and stuff from the TARDIS Mod. Some bits scattered here and there. One of the things I would add if I did a reboot of this mod pack is adding Yeetus Experimentus so that I don't have to deal with this warning here. I really don't like it. And here we go. So, hello, small friend. We have the standard police box, which opens over here. Walk in, and we have a much different interior. This is, let's see, where is the nameplate? Where is your nameplate? Very different. Here's the readout here. Trying to see where the nameplate is. You come up here for the waypoint banks, and for rather a lot of useful open space that could have all sorts of machinery and such up here, or your bed if you wanted to put it there. I don't know. There's the engine. up above the console. Pretty classic. And off to the side and around the back. Let's see, somewhere in here there should be roundels with expansion on. Don't know. Remember. But yes, a much different interior here. Let's go see what else we've got. Aperture science. I see what you were saying about the lighting. Yeah. Now, this is the actual lighting for this, the standard lighting. This TARDIS is actually reasonably happy. This is Volan's precursor Theta. And Volan's has recently been for a flight, so this is just, the lighting's a bit dim. I've added the soul lighting here in order to be able to see what the hell I was doing. Yes, there's a grav shaft here that will pick me back up after I've been down to see the engine. There is other stuff down there, yes. Okay, grav shaft up. And this one has got a few rooms. Haven't done anything much with them, but it's got a few rooms. This is one of the, whoops, grav shaft. Have to remember to walk around it. This is one of the stock interiors available in the TARDIS mod. The Bokasu we've seen before in the previous, and this is the unmodified version. As you can see, there's no hallway there, and there's chairs up against the wall instead of at the desk. It does give you a few things to start with, though. Rather nice. Steampunk TARDIS. Steampunk interior. Watch that first step. Really needs to be a safety railing here. If I was going to play this one, I would put a brass safety railing around this. Down here, and we have the console, all nicely mechanical looking. All brass and wood. Our monitors all being all brass trimmed and such. We have a fireplace. Bit of a couple of heads sitting around. That's rather disturbing. Down here is the engine room. And then another space off the engine room that's massive. I mean, imagine the AE2. I could put my AE2 down here and whatever else I felt like. Just huge amounts of equipment down in the engine room. Although it does have, apparently, a coal-fired boiler. That's interesting. Nice touch. Closet under the stairs. The upstairs, the part of the engine room area we were just in, and it goes off into here, and let's just show off how this works. Because here we have a bit of corridor that looks a little different. Let's see, I'm going to generate more corridor of the steam sort, and I'm going to make it a 4-way, and I'm going to generate it there. Just like that, I've created more corridor. Summoned out of Artron energy. But it's sad I don't like it. Confirm. Step back. Boop. That room no longer exists, that four-way. It's simply not there anymore. There's no blocks put away anywhere. It's been converted back to Artron and thrown back into the battery. I do like that it makes it so easy to build the interior of the TARDIS once you get the tablet made. Grandfather Clock, we've seen this one in the show. It lets into yet another of the optional interiors. You can change the interior of your TARDIS if you like. If you don't like the console room, you can change it. It's all generated from Artron. You just have to start an interior reconfig, then leave for a few minutes. Antilia Observer 4. Nice little bit of Gallifreyan or something there about clock mechanism. In the clock mechanism, I wonder if there's a bit of Gallifreyan. It's got that circular thing going on. This one has lots of attachment points where you can put in more corridors, rooms, whatever you like, and this vast chamber. And if you're looking for a base that's got really serious expansion capability right from the start, there's 6 attachment points down here for corridors. And then when you come in, oh, there's the door in, and we can go around behind it here and find that there's this whole other area. Just the other side of that wall is the door out. And here's our study. Again, I've had to add lighting because it was awfully gloomy in here. Added a bit of corridor there. This goes off this way, and good heavens. All sorts of stuff. And it just keeps going. There's this mod, the new TARDIS mod has all these different TARDI. This one is rather special. Come on, where's your door? Doesn't want to let me in. There we go. This is the TT 2020 Undisguised TARDIS. And inside, this is Omega's TARDIS. This is from a very specific story. This interior was only seen in that one story. This is Omega's TARDIS. The interior is meant to be challenging. With the black glass and the alabaster. Working with this particular interior is interesting. Very 1980s. So, yeah, the goal here, there's Mr. Crayfish's vehicle mod, so you can build cars, and there's Mekanism, and there's A2, that's all TARDIS stuff. There's extreme reactors to go with the Mekanism. So on and so forth. I would really like to have done something with this particular world. It would have been fun. Had it set up to be a sort of a story thing. Eventually, you end up taking on the Daleks, and that's a whole thing. Let's see. Let's go look at one of the at the steampunk world. This is going to take a minute. So let's put the BRB screen up here for a moment. This is going to take a minute to load. This mod pack is truly massive. Just thumping huge. 300 mods, I think. It's just massive. But Lunapixel Studios did such a job on it. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if we can get back to, yay, a Minecraft screen. Going to take a minute for this to load. Ooh, there's a lot of texture redirects. This is a slightly older version of the Steampunk mod pack. I haven't updated to the latest. There was a version problem because the cold sweat mod broke. People were freezing to death standing next to campfires. It was not good. So I've been, if nothing else, waiting for to make sure that's been fixed. There we go. Ooh. 186 seconds to start. That's intense. Picturesque, at least. Oh, yeah. The new TARDIS mod has had a lot of work done on it, and I'd really like to see it get a bit more love, and I'd love to see it played through sometime. Eventually, you have a group of players in Mekanism suits, and each flying their own TARDIS, converging on the Dalek ship. That's going to be one heck of a raid. Let's see. Get into our game world. I feel a little guilty pushing my coffee right now because I haven't been been able to release the next scene of bread spotting for a while. It's been a bit of a gap. Had trouble writing it. So, on the other hand, the Antilia book is getting really, really close to release. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. There's just so much going on. My poor machine is... I'm watching my heat very closely at the moment. Trying to run this mod pack and stream it is... Sometimes bread takes a bit to rise. Heh. Oh yes. Watching my heat here very carefully. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. And... there we go. We'll need to give it a moment here. There's a lot going on. But then, you know, my bases tend to have a lot going on. Also, looking at the map, which hasn't refreshed yet. Let's see, we're off right now. Let's step out and just see. Oh, we got a couple of grumpy people here. Don't like having grumpy people around. Don't like having illagers. I see from the map we have a couple of unwelcome visitors. I'm going to go take care of that. Let's see. Where are you, you little boogers? Going to be down there, aren't you? Nope, nope, no. Oh, they're around the, oh, geez, they're around on the side by the, windmills. Let's go check that out. Not used to them being over here. There they are. Where? I hear you. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Missed. Hard to hit him. There we go. Just the tip of his head sticking up. Just packed this game about blocks with processors. Alright, that gets my claims defended. I've got some tea seeds. Where did I pick those up? How did I end up with tea seeds? My tea is back this way. Let's go look at the garden. Because the garden is really kind of what I'm here to look at anyway. Got some Farmer's Delight stuff going here. Got eggplants and cabbage and onions, which are all recently harvested. Cucumbers over here and corn. And then back here is all the tea. Harvesting green tea because I'm working on building up enough to make a batch of matcha. Let's see what I've got here. $25, that's going to be plenty. Oh, good heavens, it's plenty. All right, put the tea seeds away. I've now got some extras. Brilliant. I don't need to plant tea all the way down that way. Let's go see here. What's the recipe on this? Welcome to the lodge. Steampunky sort of place. Yes, lots of tool benches and travel trophies and whatever sitting about. And of course, there must be a tea kettle. Now let's see. Matcha is made here. That's the matcha latte, which is something we're... Matcha, I have to take the green tea leaves and throw them through a heated mixer. Okay, let's go see what I've got for heated mixers. There's a heated mixer running right here and nothing in it at the moment, I don't think. So, I'm just going to take this and drop it in. There we go. We're making matcha. Battery display is not visible. It's odd. Oh yes, I'm wearing a Mercury jet suit from the TARDIS Mod. This is a spacesuit capable of handling the surface of the planet Mercury. It has adaptive insulation. It has built-in flight capability. It holds 4 full buckets of oxygen, so on and so forth. Spectacular item. Alright, I'm going to pause my game for just a moment. Check something. Go. Give it just a second here. Watching my heat tachometer. Okay. With all the stuff from Create going and all the stuff from Immersive Engineering going and all the animation that's necessary for it, and yeah, this world puts a bit of a load on my system. The mod pack tells you up front you've got to have 6 gig to run this. The usual 4 gig is simply not enough. Immersive engineering electricity going for the most part, rather than create new age. I've got a diesel generator running over here. Diesel generator is running off of biofuel. Oh, that's a Tier 4 rocket. It's capable of going all the way out to Proxima Centauri. Running off of biofuel, which is produced in the refinery here. Biodiesel, produced from plant oil and ethanol, which are piped in from these tanks, and produced in the squeezer and the fermenter. Fermenter is using glowberries, and the squeezer is using industrial hemp seeds. And hey presto, as long as I keep the berries and seeds loaded up, I've got all the electricity I need. The windmills are really just for decoration at this point, or backup, or what have you. The diesel generator is producing enough power to run this entire place. Which is good because I've got a lot going on. Oh, let's go see. Now that I've got the matcha made, I'm going to go back here. And look in my storage grid and find the matcha that I just made. Come on, come on. Oh, this box doesn't feed into the grid. Dingy. Okay, there we go. I got 12 matchas. I also have rather a lot of brass sitting in here that I really ought to grow into the grid. Could be useful later on. I'm also going to drop all the quality crops leaves into the grid. Get them out of the way. Unclutter things a bit. Now, you had a recipe that used matcha, I'm pretty sure. That's green tea. That's made from green tea leaves, not from matcha. There we go. Matcha and a honey bottle makes a matcha latte, and I need a milk bottle. Okay, going to have to work on those. Those are things I don't have handy just at the moment. We're not making a matcha latte right now. Maybe, however, what's in a matcha ice cream? Milk. It's milk. I've got to set up an auto cow. I really have got to set up an auto cow and just put up a tank and fill it with milk, so that I can have buckets and bottles and stuff. Lordy, there's a milk bottle. Is there a honey bottle? Yes, there is. Here's a honey bottle. Son of a gun, I can, in fact. Okay. Okay, I didn't think I had those. Let me find the recipe again. Matcha. Where's the matcha? There it is. Matcha and honey, and a third of a bucket of water, and serve over milk bottle. All right, so install milk bottle here, install honey bottle here, drop in a matcha there, and our tea kettle is now brewing. Coffee Shop AU. And there we go. We have achieved a matcha latte. Gives you haste too, makes you caffeinated, giving you all sorts of speed boosts. And it's a 3 drumstick meal. So, yeah. Look at that. 50% saturation, all sorts of goodies. The kettle is from Farmer's Respite, which is an augmentation of Farmer's Delight. I've got this going here. Oh, it won't stack past 16. I made rather a lot of dog food, partly to get rid of some rotten flesh I had stacked up, partly because, you know, you should keep food around for the wolves. It's just polite. And we'll put the matcha latte up here along with the matcha and the various tea and the honey bottles. Other things up here, we include beer, vodka, rice wine, strong root ale, steel toe stout. No, I'm not going to consume any of that. I don't want to deal with the tipsy. You heard it here first, folks. Coffee is a complete breakfast. Well, I mean, at times it has been. The kegs are over here. They're from the Brewin' and Chewin' expansion, which allows you to do fermentation. Not just making alcohol. Oh, no. Not just making alcohol. We can make kimchi, and we can make pickles. Now, to make pickles, no bother, it's getting late. I have to go nap in a moment. To make pickles, we need cucumbers, because what we do is we load. You just flip through the recipes. You load four cucumbers into a chilled keg. This is a thermometer. This bar here is a thermometer, and it is telling me that I need a chilled keg. On the other hand, to make cocoa fudge, I need the keg heated up considerably. Tea that eats like a meal. Indeed. Let's go do the nap thing real quick so that I don't have nightmares and such showing up. Got enough problems. And then out we go, and slug of coffee. Go check the cucumbers. Cucumbers. Here are cucumbers. There are some cucumbers. Here are some cucumbers. Let's see, any others bearing here? Not yet. Let's check the ones along the back row. That one's bearing. Alright, I've got 4 cucumbers. That's enough to go make a batch of pickles. So we're going to go up to that hut over there. I've been making use of the available structures. This one had its bed removed, had its furniture removed, and a couple of kegs and ice put in, and then glass, just in case the ice melts, to contain the water. This is a chilled keg. Very chilled keg. Let's drop 1, 2, 3, 4 cucumbers into it. Does not start. I'll have to break an ice. Break one of the ices. There we go. Now it's bubbling. It's the right temperature. The fermentation starts. I usually just set phantoms to off because I'm too busy fighting nightmare creatures in real life. Empathy. Yeah, empathy. Now this is going to take some time. Fermentation is a slow process, and this mod has very deliberately modeled that. It's going to take quite a while to make cucumbers. We'll come back later, maybe, if I remember to, if we're still in this game world. May not be. I'd like to pop on over to the Fortezza Ebo world before the stream ends, and at least look at what's going on there. So, yeah, gathered a few things. Some of this stuff is from other places. The fiery beans and the scale fruits are from the Blue Skies mod. I've also got a food prep table in here that's from the Blue Skies mod. Still figuring out how to use it. It looks like it makes prepared meals regardless of what ingredients you give it. Seems to make pretty much everything edible. That food prep table. Once you put 3 ingredients in it, it lights up with the prepared meal, and the more ingredients you put in, the more the prepared meal will do for you, and it doesn't seem to matter too terribly much what the ingredients are. Various work areas for this for all the different mods. A lot going on, All right, I've made a matcha latte. That was the goal here. Let's see, anything else I want to poke into? Not a lot to show right now in this game world. I've been doing some Farmer's Delight cooking, and other than that, don't have any fancy new machinery or rocketry or anything to show off. So, let's bounce over for the last half hour to the Fortezza Ebo world, the city build. Out of Steampunk and over to the BRB screen so that you have something to look at. Sometimes it's just a warm kitchen. Indeed. And a warm kitchen is a wonderful thing. Sometimes that's all you need. Yes, yes, indeed. Sometimes it is. about what I can do in the kitchen this weekend. I don't have anything major planned, but I do have a request to make biryani, and I think I have all the ingredients for that. Let's see, I need to be in finding the right instance. I'll use Prism Launcher to keep track of all of this. It'll allow me to group my Minecraft instances and keep them sorted and so forth. Manage the updates, all that sort of thing. Okay, let's get this over to here and wait until it updates and centers. Go. See, there we are. There's our logo. I may quick pickle some onions now that I've once again been reminded that pickles exist. Oh yes. I need to do some sumac onions. I have not, box. Oh yeah. Okay, and into Fortizza ep018. Yeah, Neoforge uses a fox chasing its tail for the activity animation instead of the old Forge hammer on anvil animation. If I'm going to do any sort of Middle Eastern cooking, I really ought to make some sumac onions. Got a jar of sumac in the spice cupboard. Got onions. Not sure what I've got for vinegar. I think only apple cider and white at the moment. Alright, we have a train. This is Minecraft Tech and Trains, and now we have seen a lot of technology, and now we have seen a train. Feel like I've accomplished the purpose of this stream here. This is a cargo train with 3 hopper cars, currently parked out in the middle of nowhere, except that it's over by an iron extraction site. This particular game world is all about the Create mod and about using mine colonies for city building. So we have a create or extraction drilling rig going. Hello, merchant. Walk around the back, and we see that it currently has 96 raw iron in the vault. And now I need to build an extractor and an autoloader, because I need equipment that will pull the raw iron out of that vault and send it off across this way to an autoloader. Let's look at my line here. Have I got a torch? My survival inventory. Why don't I ever have a bloody torch? Here we go. Handy things, torches. Alright. If I put a brass funnel on here, I could bring my belt across this way. Could even put it up, you know, above all of this. Ran across this way, but it's going to go across this line here. I feel like I really want to put a few markers down so that I don't lose track of the intended path, because that is going to tell me roughly where my autoloader needs to be. I'm going to want to take that first car and back it up a bit and put the loader roughly here. Keep it in line with the back it up about that much, maybe. Let's see what that looks like. That puts me, oh, bang on. Look at that. Center line just about spot on. Like smidge of a block off. Very nice. That's where our loader is going to go. That's going to drop. There's a cargo interface underneath that carpet, a portable storage interface, and I'll put another one above it, and we'll connect down, and that'll take care of getting the iron loaded. Now, once it's loaded in, we'll be bringing it into the city. Not on those tracks. Not on those tracks at all. Those tracks do nothing. They don't go anywhere. No, I'm going to be bringing it in on this track here, which I've gotten laid and got the unloaders put in. I'm really quite miffed about this. I needed to put these unloaders one block further apart, and I could go in with World Edit and delete 2 of them and put 2 of them back, but that's a huge deal, and I'm really debating whether I want to do it. There are 3 storage interfaces underneath this. And if I line up the center hopper car with the center unloader, the front hopper car aligns with the far forward unloader, and the aft car with the far aft unloader. So they will unload. All 3 of them will unload. They just don't all line up exactly on the 3 unloaders, and getting those removed would require redoing some of this, and it all becomes such a pain in the arse. All because I was off by 1. Off by 1 errors. You'd hate it the whole time, but you will feel happy it's done, I think. Yes, I'm going to have to take care of it. I'm going to have to fix it because it's going to drive me up the wall that I have an off by 1 error. I'm also deeply concerned about my villagers. Trying to keep them off the tracks is going to be very difficult. And if I automate the train, I'm going to have fatalities. And I'm very concerned about that. Trying to figure out... I mean, I could have put the unloader outside the city wall, but then... I don't know. I'm really concerned about this. I'm not quite sure that I've taken the right approach. We'll see. We'll see. And we've seen this particular city before. This is the Fortezza Ebo city build. No, that is not scaffolding. That is actually a brass framework for an elevator that goes up to an airship. That I'm pleased with. I haven't put the dock in around it. There needs to be, crates piled up and a ticket office or something. At the very least, there needs to be a harbor master's office, a dockmaster's office. Hello, hello, Willow. I'm at Fortezza Abo, kind of poking around and fussing about the placement on my unloaders. I'm going to have to move them. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be an entire thing. And as pointed out, I'll hate it the whole time, but I'll feel happy that when it's done. It's galling. It annoys me that I was off by one to begin with, and it's just itching at me that the train doesn't quite line up with the unloaders. I think I may have to do that before I put in the loader. I don't know. It's really on my nerves. What all's going on here? This is the generator house. For it. That's all shut down at the moment. All right. I don't know. I have to go back and look. See what it was using. I'm fidgeting at this point, dang it. That's what Fantasy OSHA is for. No teaching the colonists that train tracks equal bad. That's what Fantasy OSHA is for, I think. What I'm going to have to do is fence off the area to make sure that I don't have anybody wandering into it. That's a messenger. Why is a messenger all the way out
Need
here?
something?
Yes, I do. I need to know what you're up to. I need to know.
Hi.
Here's your open requests. Here we go. No open requests. Just sort of idle. All right. Let's bounce over to the warehouse and do a recall on you. At least get one person out of the area. Going anywhere, doing anything. What's going on here? Something's not right. Yes, hello, Paulina. Thank you. Couriers. All worker. Let's just pull them all back in. See if they reset. I don't know. Uh-oh, somebody's got the flu. We off to the doctor. Huh. I find myself a bit uncertain as to how to proceed here. Obviously, I need to move the unloaders. As far as getting the guards off the tracks, I think I may have munged the build here. You know? The more I think about it, the more I think I need to rip this entire stretch out. Finally got a headset with a decent mic. Oh yeah, they're guarding the train? And no, they're not. I'm thinking I need to move the entire railway out here, outside the city wall. Put the unloaders outside the city wall so that I don't have guards getting run over the first time I bring a train through. I have to take out 2 of those unloaders anyway. Maybe lift it up or work as well. Out would work as well. Yeah, I'm thinking out. The guards don't normally go out past the city wall. They don't really have a reason to. Not much of a claim out here. If I put the railway out here, it's going to take a rather intense rebuild, but I need to rip out 2 of these unloaders anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to go on and move the whole bloody thing outside of the city wall and just solve the problem that way. I had that fantasy of the train rolling into the city and to the station and so forth, but I'm going to wind up killing people. I mean, you don't have any blood to write your laws in. There is that. And the thing that I'm worried about most is people getting run over. This gap here in the road that I can't do anything about is also bothering me. Benoist, I don't think you're gonna get through there. That's solid stone. I don't think you're going to be able to dig a burrow in that. Yet. Yet. There's always a yet, isn't there? Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is all going to get taken up, and I'm going to put the whole bloody thing outside of, well, need to do that. That'll all go away with that, with the stuff there. I'm also perplexed as to why people are standing up, not doing anything. Oof, goes the curve. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm going to be working on tearing this out and stuff for a while. Let us bounce back over to iron. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Here, I just need to build a build a loader. That's actually a much easier thing. Oh, bugger, bugger, bugger. Let's see. Storage interface. Dirt. Alright, now. Of course I can't. Alright, think about us just a moment here. If I'm going to build scaffolding, let's actually build bloody scaffolding. There we go. Industrial iron support. That. Here. Alright, now we need a gap here. A 1 block gap. Then that. And there. In here. Shoot. Don't have shoot. Shoot. And oh, that's the resource scrolls for my builders. Those could be put away. Builders aren't doing anything at this point. Let's see. This moment. Shoot goes here. Shoot goes here. And portable storage interface then goes here. And is turned funny. It's turned funny. Okay. There we go. That's got to turn the right direction. And then we've got the 1 block gap where it should connect when I pull the train in. Here I need a chest. It's not sorting. Why isn't it sorting properly? Chest. Chest goes here. And it's land and go. Let's clear that. It's up too high. Yeah. All right. No. Like that. That across there. Yep. There. Why do I never have in my inventory the thing that I need? Right. Need a mechanical. Goes here and there. Need a brass funnel. Go there. Right. From there, this goes off that way. Question is, what's the altitude it's going to come in at? If I put that there, much like here, and go Oh, bugger. That worked. Very pig, I seem to have blocked your path there. There we go. Alright, so we've got this to here. We need to build the next section. Let's see. Is it 2, 6, 7, 8. There, so here, yeah, this is it. E. So. That's not right, is it? It's not right at all. Alright, hold on a minute. I'm not good at sighting these things in, am I? It would help if these trees weren't in the way. So. Goodbye, trees. You sing too long. I did sight it in on the line, didn't I? Okay, giving myself a hard time, perhaps unjustly? Let's see if I can link this up. No. We're, 2 blocks low there. Try that again. There we go. That's what I needed. All right. Wow, that's going to be coming in almost above the loader. Wow, that's going to be high up. All right. We're actually standing at 93 here. All right. Let's take it forward here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 20. It's a dead bang on top of this tree. Sorry, tree. Seven, 88, 89, 90, 92, 3. Would help if there was that along, and I'm a block low. There we go. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 20. There we go. You can use that as a laser level. Ha! Don't know why I didn't think of doing that earlier. Shame on me. Wow, that's high up. That's actually coming down to here. Wow. I've got to actually come up from here. That's amazing. All right. Cool beans. Stop and think about this. I'm going from 85 to 93. That is a distance of 8. So I have to go out 8. Now my money says that I'm going to have to adjust this. Up we go. That on. Take a laser sighting using it. There we go. We'll click off. And click that place and see if I can put on from there. Necessarily what I wanted. Need to belt from here down to there, and I think I just messed myself up. Yep, I did. So, we get rid of that, we get rid of that. Put that on, and we belt here to here. Put that on, and we belt here to there. And I've got a belt all the way over to the loader from the vault. There we are. Now it has to be powered and have a clutch put on and all that sort of thing. So, this is the messy part that I don't usually put on stream so much. I tend to show off the finished product rather than the sausage making, because sometimes the sausage making is messy and sometimes it's about as interesting as watching paint dry. Although I have seen at least one minis stream where we were literally watching paint dry. They, in all fairness, they were using a heat gun. Oh, and if my accent keeps wanting to slide into something that sounds like David Attenborough, it's because I was doing a writing bit earlier, and that was the accent that it was in. One of the main characters was a BBC reporter, and that accent tends to stick for me. I have real trouble getting out of it once I start doing it. All right, I need to think about where I can put in a clutch to power this thing. I think there, on that belt, there. I think what I'm going to do is gearbox there, clutch here, gearbox here, and shaft there. Let's build it sort of backwards here. Shaft. And a couple of vertical gearboxing. Gearbox. Oh, come on. Give me the bloody crafting interface. There we are. Thank you. Rid of those. Okay. Gearbox. And gearbox. There we go. Okay. I need a clutch. Thought I saw one in here. Oh, there it is. Clutch. And lever. Clutch goes here. Lever goes on. Bloody hell, there it is. Lever goes on and gets set. Do the shaft connection there and there, so we've got power going to it. And then I need to check directionality. Okay, directionality is good. We're going the right way. Cool beans. We want to put a brass funnel there to spit iron out onto the belt. And then follow this along out to here. Make sure that... Alright, we should get iron in this chest. Some of it will drain into the chute. Let's find out, and that will close the stream. Iron goes off. We don't have a huge amount accumulated, but we've got this much. Transitions across just fine. Transits on out. It's going to look really interesting from a distance, I think. I'll need to color code the belts and encase them and do all that sort of rot. Zoom down and zip, zip, zip. Vertical logistics made. We have got raw iron in the chute and ready to dispense into a train. Alrighty. Got this issue fixed at the very least. So, I'm going to close out the stream here. It is at the top of the hour. I have a success here. We've gone through quite a bit. This has been stream number 100 from Wandering Beekeeper. It just amazes me that I've been streaming that long. We've looked at the Timefall mod pack that I put together that I'd really love to put on a server at some point and do a reboot of it based around the new TARDIS mod. And we've looked at the Steampunk mod pack from Lunapixel Studios. Yay, Lunapixel. And we've looked at Create Trains and the Fortezza Evo build, which, well, the city needs reworking on a significant scale. We'll get it all together. In the meantime, hello, Poke. How you doing? You've come in just in time for me to say goodbye. If you have appreciated this this Minecraft stream, there are other Minecraft streams on YouTube. I keep my VODs on YouTube. The URL is on the screen right now. You'll see Minecraft there and Roots of Pacha and Wandering Village and all sorts of wonderful things. I tend to do cozy. I'm part of the truck community. We've got a schedule going on. There's the schedule up at the top left of the screen. There's something going on pretty much every day and pretty much every evening and sometimes during the day. I will be back with more Minecraft next week, Saturday morning at 8 a.m. UTC-6. And I'll be back tomorrow night, Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. UTC-6 with Roots of Pacha. And if you're into cozy, Roots of Pacha is in your wheelhouse. It is a farm sim vaguely like Stardew Valley, but there's a lot more to it. It's based around the idea of a Neolithic people discovering agriculture and inventing animal domestication, and it's a whole different approach. Beautifully written, beautifully animated. I really recommend. See you at 8:30 tomorrow night. Until then, safe journeys, space fans, wherever you may be.